manifest. It's time to take things up to the next level. Seeds of tomorrow, bringing answers for today's sorrows. Let me say it again. We are seeds of tomorrow with answers for today's sorrows. Giving life new ideas and creations, manifesting peace and love in every single nation. It's our time. Greetings, everyone. Greetings, everyone. This is Manifest Ra, the founder of the Heal Humanity Network and host of the Heal Humanity Live online broadcast. I'm coming to you on a beautiful day in the neighborhood, my neighborhood, your neighborhood, regardless of your neighborhood around the world. We're going to focus on a very important question. We're going to assess what's going on within ourselves and on the planet right now. And that question is this: are we authentic or automated? Are we living by way of our authenticity or by way of automation? Are we authentic or are we automated? This is a very important question right now because so much is happening on the world platform, and that so many people, soon as they wake up in the morning, they actually have a tendency to look at their phones before they even look within to their own divine intelligence to see how many likes that they have. Okay, let's stop right there. Pause for the cause to see how many likes they have as soon as they wake up in the AM. How do we get there? Okay, what's the level of programming that as soon as we wake up, many of us go to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, some other social media platform to see how many likes that we have, external validation. The first thing we ought to do is go within with gratitude, giving thanks to the universe that we're alive, that we are provided for in terms of food, clothing, and shelter, that we still have life force to actually take a good inhale and a great exhale, so that we can go within and cultivate our energy. Remember, our energy work is the most important work. So the question I have to ask all of us: are we living authentically or through automation? And so automation is really a system, all right, with programs where there is a message, all right, an email, for example. Let's look at that scenario. You receive an email, you actually click a link, the automated link takes you to another link, and they try to sell you something. And based off of social scientists and what many email experts have realized is that there's a percentage of people that will not only click on the automated link, they will purchase in an automated fashion to receive goods without even mentally, all right, energetically, emotionally calming themselves to see if, in fact, what they're purchasing is even something that they need. I've done it, and I know you've done it too. Are you authentic or automated? When you are authentic, the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, one of the first things you do, is you actually take some deep breaths in, all right? And before you even get out of bed, or maybe you just got out of bed, you actually just taking a moment to give thanks to life itself, to all of the blessings that you do have, the guidance that you receive from your parents and your ancestors. All right, there is a science rooted in the personal development paradigm that actually has realized and found that when we actually tune into the heart with gratitude affirmations and exercises, all right, that heart center expands. This also can be looked into through what's called heart math. And so living from the heart is authentic. I'm going to say that again. Living from the heart is authentic. Brothers and sisters, healers of humanity, living from the heart is authentic. Why do I say that? When a baby is developing as a fetus, uh, the first thing that begins to form is the heart. Oftentimes we think it's the brain. No, 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 no. It's the heart. Okay. Do your research. A heart begins to form before the brain in a developing fetus. What does that mean? Nature, in its inherent wisdom, okay, knew that we must live from the heart to be authentic. Okay? And as a matter of fact, anytime one is living from the heart, what do they experience? Happiness, joy, huh? A sense of gratification, being alive. I'm in alignment. I'm doing what I love to do. Okay? When we actually focus too much on the ego or the brain or that other area of intelligence, all right, we find ourselves looking around to see what other people are doing and how we can keep up with them. We're looking at what the mainstream media is telling us we should be doing, all right, to keep up with them. Mhm. But there is a divine intelligence that is within us at all times. Our life force, our inner G. Remember, our energy work is the most important work. And so that energy, that divine intelligence, all right, far supersedes and surpasses artificial intelligence. I'm going to say that again. Pause for the cause. All right? The cause of healing humanity. Our divine intelligence, all right, surpasses artificial intelligence. Let that sink in. Our divine intelligence surpasses artificial intelligence. What do I mean by that? Automation, all right, is whether it's Microsoft or Oracle, it is a system of programs, okay, where it's downloaded, it's upgraded every certain amount of months or years to a new system or a new platform that someone else creates. All right? Limitation. When we understand that divine intelligence, there is an energy within each and every one of us, within this plant right here, or this tree right here, the earth, the sun, the moon. And within that energy, that divine intelligence, all right, is an infinite, expanded flow of consciousness. So when I go within, all right, I can receive divine insights, clarity of mind, clarity of heart, tap into my gut instinct, right, and know exactly what I need to do for the next phase of my life. Are you authentic or automated? And so automation requires that you actually listen to someone else's program. How many of you listening right now, all right, have tuned in to your heart space at times about a relationship or about a job opportunity or a business opportunity? And your heart of hearts told you that that was not something that was aligned with your greater good. Mhm. However, you listen to the automation and you listen to that cyborg message that says, you know what, this is the time right now that you should actually move beyond procrastination and for 297 buy this program. Go right out and order this from Target or from another place of consumerism. Uh-huh. And when you actually received that item, you came home and I didn't really need this in the first place. Uh-huh. This was not something that truly I used. And so 3 or 4 months later, you're realizing that it's just junk in an email stored away somewhere or actually in your home, cluttering up your space. Are you authentic or automated? All right. So the first area of authenticity is the heart. It's tuning in through certain exercises and realizing, all right, that the heart actually has more intelligence than the brain, scientifically proven. Maybe 100 times as many electromagnetic impulses, all right, leave the heart and go to the brain in comparison from the brain to the heart. Mhm. So in certain energetic practices such as Qigong, we have what's called the heart mind, where we get out of the ego mind in meditation exercises and we tune into the heart space and we align this heart center with the pineal gland. They become one. Okay. And when we do that, we have an expansion of the love vibration. And so at least 8 feet around each and every human being is a electromagnetic impulsed field, all right, that touches everything around us, the plants, the dog, the frog, the food, any and everything around us. And we feel that when we're in the presence of other people. Now, by way of living by fear, okay, that is diminished greatly to the place of the only thing that you are focused on is your survival in that moment. Right? Are you authentic or automated? So all of these people on the planet right now, we love them because we really want to help them lift up their own spirit, their own hearts, raise the vibration. All right. And when we actually align with that heart center, we transcend, we transmute and transcend the fear and the anxiety to love and joy, which means we expand the energy field. All right. And what it starts off with at least 8 feet of electromagnetic impulses can now touch anything and everything on the planet. That's why so many of us, all right, have tuned into the heart space and we knew that there was a family member or friend in trouble somewhere around the world because there was a telepathic message that was being sent to us that resonated with our heart space. Hmm? So which one of you are you living in that place of fear and automation where every time you turn on the mainstream blues, I'm sorry, I meant the mainstream news, that you're told that there's scarcity, there's not enough, that you ought to be afraid of everyone 6 feet around you, that you cannot speak to anyone whether you're wearing a mask or not because you're only in a survival mode. Are you authentic or automated? The second area of authenticity is simply realizing that you and I, we are divine intelligence. What do I mean by divine intelligence? You have artificial intelligence and you have divine intelligence. Artificial intelligence resonates with automation. Divine intelligence aligns with authenticity. Many of us in our early childhood, all right, were asked, what do you want to do when you grow up? Do you want to be a painter? Do you want to help save the animals, the dolphins? Do you want to make the environment cleaner for all on the planet? Do you want to teach people how to eat healthier foods, culinary arts? And then there was a time where we stopped asking them, what is it that you want to do? And we start telling them what they ought to do. I was a school teacher for a few years, elementary school. And that was a question oftentimes I was able to observe. What do you want to do, little Johnny, Tamika, when you grow up? And then also later on, I taught, even substitute taught at the middle school and high school level, where those questions are no longer being asked. And there's simply a, well, you ought to go into the service or you ought to go into medicine because your dad has a business as a dentist or your mom is an attorney. And so we had this level of automation now, all right, that we received from the automated system that suggested that we no longer ask ourselves, what is it that you want to do? Okay. And so when you grow up simply means when you continue to mature spiritually. 7 out of 10 people in the United States of America, all right, there was a study done several years ago. 7 out of 10 people responded that they are unhappy with what they're doing in a career and that they would prefer to be doing something else. Now, this is no judgment against anyone because we understand we have to pay the bills, we actually have to pay the mortgage, we have to put food on the table and take care of the children, so forth and so on. But when do we actually cultivate and live from that authentic place in the heart? Okay. Or do we just stay in the ego and what the automated plan in society tells us to do? Okay. So listening to that divine intelligence through meditation, quiet time, introspection, going out in nature and saying, listen, I'm listening to the birds. I'm going to tap into my energy work. Why? Because our energy work is the most important work. Pause for the call just for a moment. What do I mean by that? Okay. You have 20 to 70 trillion cells within your being right now, okay, according to modern science. And every one of those 20 to 70 trillion cells has a receptor that listens, or an antenna that listens to our thoughts and emotions. So the famous saying, as a man or woman thinketh in their heart, so is he or she, is actually real, scientifically proven. This is called psychoimmuneurology, how our thoughts and our emotions impact the physical world, and in particular, our own bodies. Okay. As a man or woman thinketh in their heart, so is he or she. So 20 to 70 trillion cells, all right, which means that far surpasses the cellular technology, uh, which is actually based off of the divine cellular technology within our own being. And so when we actually tune in to the cells within our bodies, certain exercise, we're going to do something just a brief moment here, all right? And we actually suggest through visualizations, or visioning exercises, if you will, and state and affirm through certain words of power, sound vibration, that our cells are healthy and resonating in love and light. And there is a correlation between the mind and the heart mind, and those words that are being spoken. We can transmute depression, anger, anxiety, and a number of different toxic emotional states, because all an emotion is energy emotion. It's a thought that actually begins to move, all right? Energy in motion. And so within the cells, within the vital organs, all right, they don't call them vital organs for anything. When you think of an organ, you think of a sound vibrational instrument that when you play the right tunes, it actually creates heavenly and beautiful music. All right. We have divine organs within our being: a heart, kidneys, liver, spleen, gallbladder, all right, lungs, that are fully capable of overcoming any disease. How many people simply run on automation, and they follow a line of thinking that I can't be around anyone else, I can't speak to anyone else, meaning I'm not in tune with my heart center, and as a result of my imbalanced emotions, let me just get my hands on some Twinkies, some cake, some Jack Daniels, Whopper. I mean, just think about some of this stuff: Whopper and a Big Mac. And I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm very healthy, primarily plant-based. But when things started to unfold recently, a while ago, I found myself going to the health food store and getting healthy junk foods, vegan cakes and vegan pies and vegan chips, because my center was just a little off. And that brought about some unhealthiness, some stagnation within my own being. And I know some of you all out there know what I'm talking about, because some of those healthy snacks were missing on the counter in some of those health food stores and grocery stores. And so, are you authentic or automated? And so there's a question that we have to ask ourselves periodically throughout the day as an assessment tool. Where am I right now? One of my mindfulness master instructors said that that's a question we should ask ourselves, not physically, where am I? I mean, you know where you are. You're in the living room. You might be listening to me in the bathroom. I don't know. Let some stuff go, come back. So, but my point is that where am I right now? Not physically, but emotionally, all right, mentally, energetically, spiritually. Where am I right now? And when you ask that question periodically throughout the day, you will actually get clarity, because whatever you put out in the universe comes back. That's the connection between those 20 to 70 trillion cells within your being, all right, and the infinite nature of the universe. Where am I right now? Are you living authentically or by way of automation? And the third point I want to focus on is actually minimizing our dependency on technology. And so when we talk about technology, artificial technology, there's times, I know some of you are listening right now, as you're listening, and this will resonate with you, that you get in your car and you've been somewhere 100 times and you still turn on the GPS. I found myself doing that a couple of times, and I said, this is insane. I've literally been to this park literally 100 times. Why am I turning on the GPS? Even if it takes me another 5 or 7 minutes by way of traffic, what is this dependency all of a sudden that so many of us, all right, have integrated into our lives where we feel like as soon as we wake up, you got to grab the cell phone. Okay. Go to the bathroom. Got to take the cell phone, put it on mute, but you're in the bathroom with your cell phone. All right. Go to the grocery store. Got your earbuds in. All right. Eating dinner. All right. One family member is down the hall, another one is up the corner there downstairs. And even if they're sitting at the same table, oftentimes they're tuned out. One is on an iPad here, the other one's on the earbuds over there. But there's very little heart connection taking place. Are you authentic or automated? So right here, right now, on the planet, okay, what's required now during this internal period and going forward, because everything happens for a reason. What is being required is that we realign with that divine intelligence, that we actually can tune in to anyone anywhere on the planet, and we can understand who's calling before they even call. All right, we get some insight through our expanded field of awareness. Who's thinking about us in that moment? I know many of you right now, if I said how many of you read by show of hands, all right, are tuning in to regularly to this telepathic information that is coming to you by way of friends, families, co-workers, business partners, and people in your religious institutions. Many of you will say, you know what? I realized Tony was actually trying to reach me. And I knew who it was 10 minutes before he called. That is your own cellular technology. So, how do we access this? Through meditation, through nature, mhm, through quiet time, through primarily a plant based food way of life in terms of nutritional regimen. Why is that important? 70 to 80% of the immune system is located in the gut. 70 to 80%, scientifically proven. Think about that. All right. So, what we're eating and how we're breathing, all right, largely determines our well being. I'm going to say that again. Pause for the cause of healing humanity, just for a moment. What we're eating and how we're breathing uh, makes up the majority of our well being and our energy field around us. So it's not about something that somebody's going to mandate or attempt to mandate or tell you that you need for your own well being. It is simply aligning with your own divine intelligence, your authenticity. Are you authentic or automated? Remember, our energy work is the most important work. So, right here, right now, I want you to do an exercise with me. All right. I want you to bring your palms about a few inches apart here. Okay. And right here at the center of the palms, at least in Qigong terminology, we call it the Lao Gong point. It is a palm chakra, if you will, energy center in the palm where we can actually receive and emit energy, our own divine intelligence and that which is around us. So bring the palms about an inch apart. And I want you to take a deep breath in from the belly and just tune in to whatever you're feeling between your palms. Make sure the eyes are about halfway open, maybe even 10% open, because you want to tune out external distractions and tune in to your inner G. Now, slowly circle the palms, very slow, subtle fashion. Just rotating, moving your energy. Tune in. Circle palms back in the other direction. Now, slowly bring the palms out as you inhale. And slowly exhale. Again, inhale, expanding that heart space. And exhale. Breathing in, expanding that heart space. And exhale. Now turn one palm on the top, other at the bottom, as if you're holding a small ball. Bring both palms down towards the belly, where the majority of the immune system is located. The top hand, all right, is going to expand this energy. All right. The bottom hand is going to ground the energy. Inhale as you bring the palm up, expanding energy from the belly mine up until the pineal gland, what we know as the third eye, called the first eye. Exhale, slowly condense this energy slowly back down. Again, breathing in, expanding this life force, your energy. And exhale, slowly relax and down. Again, breathing in, up to the pineal gland, opening that. And then exhale, slowly relax, slowly down. Rotate the palms. Inhale, expanding the energy at the belly mine through the heart, opening up pineal gland. And then slowly relax, exhale, slowly down. Inhale, expanding your energy. And relax, exhale, slowly relax and down. One more time. Breathing in, expanding your energy. And relax, exhale slowly back down. And just relax. Remember, people, our energy work is the most important work. And energy work simply means that within you and around you is a divine intelligence at all times. Okay. That is what we should be tuning into throughout the day. Okay. And I want you to do that assessment periodically throughout the day. Where am I right now? All right. And regardless of whether you are physically, ask yourself, where am I right now in terms of your emotional balance, your energetic, your spiritual balance, your mental balance. And take some deep exercises, or some deep breathing exercises, if you will. We'll start another one right now. Palms at the belly. I want you to inhale as if you're expanding this area of the belly. And exhale. Breathing in. And breathing out. Again, inhaling at the belly. And exhaling. Good. And relax. By a few simple mindful movements, we can calm our being. We can actually come into a place of balance. All right? Breathing is the key. All right? That is the foundation for Qigong, Tai Chi, meditation, uh, any form of exercise. It's the real work, energy work. Your breathing. It's the first thing you do when you come into this world and the last thing you do before you leave. The quality of your breath determines the quality of your life. So, as we close, I want to remind you that our energy work is the most important work. Mhm. How you feel about yourself, how you feel about your purpose, your reason for being, whether you're living on purpose, whether you are simply living from the heart space, whether you're connecting to the earth. All of these factors determine your energy field. Your energy field is your real house. It's not necessarily the house with the bricks and the mortar. It's not the apartment that you're living in. It's not the hotel that you may be staying in at this particular time. Your real house, all right, is the energy field, okay, which is an extension of your heart intelligence and your body temple. That is the real house. All right? And so as you move forward, do you want to live in fear and the automated system of, I can't talk to anyone else? All right? I have to be fearful of everyone else. I got up this morning as I was going to the health food store. Uh, there were people around me who simply seemed like they were just walking around, um, almost like cyborgs. They didn't realize that there were people around them, that they were actually part of a larger energy field. And so there are some who are predicting that the next human will be this cyborg type being that is fully automated by artificial intelligence, that does not think for itself, that never goes offline, that simply just wakes up, tunes into the programming, the automation within, and they go through life throughout the day based off of the automated program. They don't necessarily tune in to their heart space at any time. And this, according to some, will be the end of humanity as we know it. Right? We will become an automated species. I'm not trying to just scare anyone, but think about family members who can't put the phone down, who can't put the laptop down. There's even conversations about how, in the very near future, doctors and others will not even be what we know as human beings. They will be robots. Now, think about that. In certain wisdom traditions, in all the wisdom traditions, you hear the same message: heal thyself. All right? Through fruits, vegetables, plant-based lifestyle. Imagine going to a robotic doctor, a cyborg, if you will. And these are mainstream publications that are talking about the next 10, 15 years, if not sooner. This is the agenda. And so that really has you questioning what's really going on in the world at this particular time. Is it what the automated program is telling us? Let's think about that. All right. As we ask ourselves, are we authentic or automated? Most of the information that we receive comes from a TV, a box. Okay. Whether it's the phone or the TV or an iPad, it's shaped in a box form. Okay. Whether it's a rectangular or square, a box. And within it comes an automated program. And so the program is designed to keep you from thinking outside the box. And I know this because I was a journalism major, and within the School of Journalism, we oftentimes, I did in particular, saw how what came from the heart space of the students, and I experienced this one time, was attempted by some to be manipulated so I didn't express what was in the best interest of the students. Mhm. And so all of the information that we receive from the automated system is not necessarily true. I encourage everyone not to take my word for it, but actually do your own research. Think critically and question everything. Again, I'm going to say that. Think critically and question everything. Pause for the cause. What does that mean? Think critically and question everything. That means you have a gut instinct right here, all right, in the core that divine intelligence has blessed you with. All right? You have a heart center that can intuit the true message of what's going on around you. All right? And so many of us, oh, my gut instinct told me not to go there, but I didn't listen to it, and I went anyway. And then as a result of not listening to your gut instinct and actually running on the automated program of what someone else is telling you, you lost money, you lost friends, you lost time that you invested in, so forth and so on. We also have a heart center, all right, that is very intuitive, okay, where we've already talked about that, can tune into what's going on around us and within us at all times. And then you have the upper brain, the pineal and the crown that actually can realize from a higher place of awareness a level of being that we should be living by. All right. What's called channeling oftentimes. And through this heart mind resonance, and when we say heart mind, we're talking about including the cells, we're talking about including the energy centers, the organs, all of the points in the body. Sometimes you'll get clarity that something is moving around in your little toe, in your pinky, in your shoulder, and you'll get a hunch that reminds you of the hunch that your heart is actually telling you about. Why is that? Because the body, the heart, the mind, the spirit, at expanded levels, all are one. Are you authentic or automated? So as we close, I want to remind everyone here to subscribe to the Heal Humanity Live YouTube channel. All right? Make sure that you like the videos and that you actually click the bell for notifications, because we have much more coming up. We're going to have people from around the world tuning in from every continent in many cities around the world, experts in a variety of different fields of authentic living. And something else I got to throw in there. I'm outside right now. All right. Seeds. Okay. Seeds are the cornerstone of life. I want to encourage everyone to be authentic and begin to grow some of your own food. Okay. Even if you can't grow all of your own food, make sure you're growing some food. All right. Make sure you're growing some cucumbers, some cabbage, some radishes, whatever that you can grow. Begin that process of growing. And even if you don't necessarily have a back deck, there's certain foods that you can grow inside. Okay. It is that level of consciousness that will help us co-create a world of self-sufficiency where we're living from the heart space as opposed to the automation. Remember, subscribe to the Heal Humanity YouTube channel, like the videos, make sure you click the bell for notifications. And remember, our energy work is the most important work, ladies and gentlemen. And so we have classes regularly, Super Sunday and Wellness Wednesday, to help people tap into that energy, refine that energy, listen to that divine intelligence, expand the heart awareness, the gut instinct, that realization that the upper faculties known as the crown and the pineal gland and all the cells in the body. We have classes that help you on a 7-day basis, every Super Sunday, every Wednesday. We want to encourage everyone, and the proceeds, partial proceeds from these classes benefit Heal Humanity by way of this broadcast. Partial proceeds go to Heal Humanity Live. So I want to encourage everyone. What I like to see is 500 people very soon, maybe 5,000, maybe a million, actually cultivating exercises, their energy rather through exercises at the same time. Okay, there has been scientific proof that when enough people, all right, tune in to the same thought, the same vibration at the same time, it creates a tipping point, an expansion of our energy, and it carries over, it influences the planetary energy, the collective consciousness. All right? So our energy work is the most important work. Make sure that you register for these classes. Again, we want many, many, many people around the world tuning in to their own life force, to others around them, to the environment, and to everyone on the planet and the earth itself. And let's raise the vibration, healers of humanity. Let's raise the vibration, and our energy work is the most important work.